Welcome back, friends. This is Fraser from FF Art Studio. Hope you all are doing fine, friends. We learned to create a low poly game asset in this tutorial. In the first part, we learned to model a low poly wooden crate or a wooden box in Maya. So let's get started. With the base cube done, it's time to create the wooden frame for the box. Once we're happy with the thickness of the edge bevel, don't forget to keep the chamfer off. Okay, need to select these face loops for creating the wooden frame. Instead of doing it this way or selecting this way, it will take more time. So easier way is to select these faces and hold shift and drag to select the rest of the faces which we actually need. Now using these faces we can create the wooden frame. So for that we will duplicate these faces. So hit duplicate and this will provide us with a separate set of faces for the wooden frame. Okay, so once that's done, hit extrude. Yeah, increase the thickness a tick bit. You can see from the reference how much we need. So both the basic parts are done. Let us turn on the poly count view. So go to display and the display and the heads up display, turn on the poly count. So that will show you how many polygons we have in the port as well as in the mesh we are selecting. So it's pretty low and we are creating a low poly, so we need to keep a check on that. So we'll delete the faces which are inside this mesh. Okay, and friends, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you get my notifications. Next step, if you want, you can select these edges and bevel them. Since we are doing a low poly model, so I prefer personally to not do the beveling at this stage. Okay, so carrying on with the process, next we'll create these planks at the sides which are diagonally placed. So for that I'll take a plane and just get the size and shape first and then position it. Once we've positioned it properly, we will just extrude it to give some thickness. If an object turns black, don't worry, just go to the mesh display option and hit the reverse button. And then just duplicate these mesh and position them in the right position following the reference. With the side planks done, let's do the top and bottom one by the same process. With the planks done, it's now time to create these metallic cups at the corners. So let's do that. As you can see, we had already beveled the edges of the wooden frame, but for these cap metals, we don't need the bevel. So how will you fix that? So in case you want to remove any command, which you already done, you can simply go to the channel box, copy that and just paste it over here. Okay. So if you paste there and hit enter and then delete, that command will be deleted. So this is a very quick fix, works most of the time. So once that's done, we'll simply select the corner faces and we can either extract the faces or duplicate. So we'll duplicate these faces this time. So once that's done, we'll get a separate set of faces, okay, for the corner metal mesh. So we'll extrude those faces, increase the thickness from the center, and just see the reference. So we'll keep a value 0.15, looks better. Okay, so with that done, we're almost coming to the end of this basic low poly modeling of the carrot. Now it's time for some cleanup. Okay, so I'll do some cleanup quickly, naming them, combining them, okay, and organizing the mesh and grouping them properly. It's always suggested you can delete the extra faces or edges which are not required for the low poly model. Okay, so with that done, I can see that there's a kind of triangular shape cut out at the edges, vertex of the metals. So we can do that by selecting these vertices and chamfering them. So we just hit chamfer and get the triangle. So adjust the size as per requirement. And once that's done, it looks fine. But these are creating n-gons, right? 5 n-gons. So we can fix that using the multi-cut tool. We can just fix them. So let's see how it's done. So as you can see, a little bit of work, but we have turned all this into quads. So I'll just do the same for rest of the faces. If you want to avoid repeating this process, you can just duplicate this mesh all around the box and just copy them and position them. So with that, we are done with this first part of this low poly asset game asset creation modeling in Maya. So with that done, heading to the next part. Before that, we'll export this mesh. So we'll export the FBX so that we can do the next part of sculpting it in ZBrush. Please do subscribe, hit the bell icon. And thanks for seeing till the end. Thanks for watching. And see you in the next part. Till then, take care.